Hello, I'm Joeuphonium. My name is Joe, and I play the euphonium. Welcome back for another Sunday vlog. I know it's not morning anymore, but it's still Sunday. This is where I can share updates on myself, the channel, and answer some of your questions, and ask a question of my own. First, channel updates. Nothing really new to say, but I did want to respond to some questions that had been being asked in some of my reaction videos about if I would do more than one a week or do double reaction kind of thing. So far, I don't have any plans to do any double reactions. I might just do that for the final episodes of the shows that I'm watching. But beyond that, I think I'm just going to keep it at one episode a week. I've been so far able to get about 10 minutes or so material out of every single episode, so I'm comfortable with that. Updates on me, yeah, if you saw last week's Nodame Cantabile reaction, yeah, you saw that I was not that healthy this week. I've gotten better, throat was all goofed up. I have meds now, so everything's good on that front, I believe. Also, fun update on me, I got to play in a concert last night. It was super intense. We had our first rehearsal and then the concert. Everything was day of, bang, bang, bang. But it was so super intense and just so much fun for me as a musician to be working that way in that kind of high pressure. Was just ooh, this is where all the really great stuff really comes out. And everybody has to be on their A game, because in that kind of scenario, you don't get a lot of second chances. So I had to be ready, good to go as soon as you came in. I had my parts all marked up there like this. I had to figure out how it was going to be all had to be good to go, day of. And it was a really fun and great performance. And just so exhilarating to move like that. And it made me also reflect on the shows that I'm watching. And I love all of these shows, all three of them. Your Lie in April, Madame Cantabile, Mozart in the Jungle. But honestly, the one that I feel I connect the most with is Mozart in the Jungle, because it does touch on a lot of those real life things that musicians experience, go through, the social dynamic. When you sit down in a new group, I kind of felt like Haley there. I had been in scenarios like that before I watched Mozart in the Jungle, but then after watching it, after thinking about all of that in the way that I have been with my reactions, to get back in there, I was like, whoa, I kind of do recognize this. This is kind of like that. This is, recognizing things that I previously might not have recognized. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how it felt. But in a very good way. In a very good way. Watch Mozart in the Jungle. It's a cool show. Now it's time to answer some of your questions. I got a few this week, so Dylan Thompson said, I love your style. The way you can analyze the show while still not always seeming ever critical is something most people can't do. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I thought actually about this, and yeah, I know a lot of reaction style or other things on the internet tend to be very negative, or just poking holes and whatever, or just being about things. That was a conscious decision that I decided not to do pretty early on, back during Sound Euphonium time, and I wanted to really gear it more towards discussing things. And I think about, the second, third reaction to Your Lie in April and Nodame Cantabile, I think I really started sticking to that formula and editing my episodes to really highlight those parts of my reactions. Thank you for noticing that, though. Fiona Tyrone asked me, do you have any upcoming series you're planning on watching? None at the moment, actually. Honestly, these three shows are a good fit workload for me right now. I don't have any in mind in particular right now. Once either one of them or the second one is completed, I will put out that survey like I did at the end of Sound Euphonium. So as soon as that one's done, I have another one ready to go. And then Dedrick the Ace Trainer asked on my channel page, hey, so I was going to start doing reactions on my channel, and I was wondering what you recommend I should do. This is a big one. I'd say my first piece of advice for that era is do something, focus on something that you know about. Something that you feel you can contribute to. There's tons of reactions and things like that on YouTube. I think one of the simplest ways to define yourself amongst the vast pool of people that are out there is to figure out, what is special or unique to me in relation to this topic, this piece of media, whatever it is you're reacting to? What's unique to me and my connection to it that I have something to contribute to it that most people do not? Know what you're talking about. Be able to contribute to it. Like when I started Sound Euphonium, I went around and I looked at what other reaction things are out there about it. Has another musician, another euphonium player even started talking about this? And there really wasn't. It was mostly just, strictly anime people talking about the show. And that's when I realized, I have a good niche that I can fill. This could be a good draw. Talking about it as a euphonium player, as a musician. So find that niche. And you find it by thinking about what's unique to me and how I connect to this so that you can contribute something unique to it. So, thank you for those questions. As you know, if you have anything to ask me, you just drop it in the comments, send me a message or whatever. And lastly, before we go, I have a question for you. Musically, what are you curious to learn more about? I know that I talk a lot about the musicality and deciphering the whole feel the music things that we encounter in the 3 shows that I'm watching. But musically, what are you more curious to know about? I just want to know, so maybe I can touch on it in my future videos when I start talking about the whole musical aspects of what it is that I'm watching. Let me know, and I'll see if I can talk about it. That's all for the weekly vlog. I'm Joeuphonium, my name is Joe, and I play the euphonium. See ya! Happy playing!
Hey, did you like that video? Well, I've got more. Right now, I'm reacting to 3 shows: Mozart in the Jungle, No Dame Cantabile, and Your Lie in April. If you haven't seen any of those before, click the videos to start at the first reaction. New reactions get posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And check out some of the other stuff I have on my channel too. Enjoy, and happy playing!